Hey friends, I have a quick and easy craft for you today. I'm going to take Mod Podge and put it under our print. And now we're going to go ahead and give that the iron method on it just to smooth it out a little bit more. Use some parchment paper, our little travel iron. You don't have to iron it, you can just use Mod Podge and then take a plastic bag on your hand and rub it down that way. Or you can use a roller. This is a print I got from Hosack Mountain Mercantile. I thought it was cute with the crows. I went ahead and did the paper with my ruler, and you can find those in my Amazon shop. I like the little curved edges today. So we're going to use several paints. I'm using glazed donut, some black, which is our licorice, and the gold is juicy mango, and our orange is Aperol Spritz. And we're going to be mixing some of these paints. So I'm going to go ahead and go around the outside. I like to finish off my canvas. This is an 8x8 canvas, and I did the print in a 7x10 and then cut it down a little bit. We're just going to take a little bit of the black and licorice and just go around that a little bit with a sponge brush. Now, trust the process as you're just going to keep adding to this and adding to it to get it like where you want. Just keep mixing your colors and going around and filling in those spots. And now I'm going to take a little bit of that glazed donut on that same sponge. You can use a little piece of a sponge. You can use a brush. I found that this sponge does pretty well on what I want. And this is just a couple of layers, and then you're going to add some other colors in there that are in your print. So that kind of made it turn a little bit gray. We'll go back in and add some more black. There's no rhyme or reason for the way that you do this. You just do what you feel, what you like. If you don't like the colored background or different colors on there, then you can just go and add one color. But these are all colors that are in our print, so I think that they'll all blend together and look well. That's what it's looking like so far. Now let's add some other colors. So let's go in and use a little bit of the chocolate souffle, which is a brown, and a little bit of that orange. And let's mix those together and get a little bit more of a rusty orange, which is in your flowers if you see those down on the left, and a little bit on your tree. It's more of a rusty color, not a bright orange. So kind of mix those together. Always don't be afraid to mix your paints, because sometimes you just need a little something else, and it may not be the color you want till you mix them. So let's put a little bit of that in with a brush. I'm taking a little bit of time to show you the blending today, because I did have someone ask about it. A little bit more time on this video just so you can see how I'm just blending it in different places. Add a little bit more orange to it. It looked like it needed just a little bit more of that color, but it was a little bit dark, so I'm going to lighten that up just a little bit. Take some off of our brush. We're going to go back in again and add this color a little bit more. You can add it wherever you like. Now we're going to go in and add a little bit of our Juicy Mango, our gold color. And I'm just using that same brush. I didn't wash it out. We're just going to use it. And that's going to help blend in that color around. You've got that color in your print as well. A little bit to the edge and then some feathering it on out, just wherever you think it needs it. I'm going to go back to our sponge and go back into that glazed donut and our black. Mix those together a little bit and touch that back up around where I put some of the orange rusty color. Sometimes you paint back over and then you have to go back in and bring some more in. It's just a process that takes a little bit of time, but not hard to do. Go back in with our brush and kind of go back on the edges there and cover up some of that. And that's looking better and better. And go back in with a little bit of gold. Add that back in. Kind of have to switch back and forth. So now I've got a little pumpkin that I made out of pixie dough. This is Paint Pixie pixie dough. It's a sculpting clay. And I'm going to use that brownish orange color and paint my pumpkin because I think it looks better on our fence with those colors to match the print. So I'm going to give it a little paint. And paint the little stem a brown. The stem is just a little piece of a stick. You can get a stick out of your yard, or you can use the sticks that you can buy and just break off a piece and put in there. Let's see if we can give that a quick dry. Okay. Just need a little touch up right there. Add a little bit more of a touch up. And basically just made a little ball and just shaped it into a pumpkin. Give it a couple little touch-ups here and there. Okay, and we'll put that to the side. And now I've got some Sweet Annie. I didn't have any of the dried flowers left, so I'm just going to use some Sweet Annie. It looks really cute on there once I got it on there. There is some sunflowers down here in the corner on the right. I'm just going to break off some pieces of this and add that under where we're going to put our pumpkin. Just a little bit of hot glue. That's just going to give it another little effect. You also could use some dried flowers if you've got some of those. Those would be pretty. It smells delicious. I like those there. And then I think we'll add a few under the bottom here, a little bit. Let's put our pumpkin on the fence. And now let's add a little bit more of that Sweet Annie. Add a little bit more hot glue. A little bit more in here. And then I decided to put a little bit more of the Sweet Annie right here on this other side. Looked like it would match better if I put a little bit more. So I'm going to break off a little bit more. I'm going to add that right here. Just add a few little pieces right in there. Be careful with your fingers if you are sensitive. Put your little finger protector on. I was able to lay it down without touching the glue. I think as creators we don't have any fingertips left anymore after burning them so much. That's looking cute just like it is. I like it. I did add one little piece of Sweet Annie over on the light hanging in the tree. I just added that to give it a little look. And then I see a couple of places that I just want to touch up just a little bit. That needed a little bit of black back over, but not a ton. And go ahead and finish up our edges on the canvas. I'm liking that so far. I hope that you do too. And now we're going to put a block on the back. I'm going to make it a little shelf sitter. You can make it hang if you like. I decided I'd put a little block on the back of shelf sitter. A little tip for your block is to make sure that you do push your canvas back to it so it's not sticking straight up. You want a little bit of an angle. If it doesn't have an angle, it's not going to stand up correctly. It's going to keep falling over. I learned that the hard way, so I'm going to give you that tip. Place it on your floor or somewhere that's a good place to put it where you can make sure that that works right. So test that out. And that seems to work. Now I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and put right there on the back to give it a little extra adhesion. And that sits great. I hope that you enjoyed that today. Please subscribe and send me some hearts. Thank you.